Welcome to the Reader House Author Roundtable, where authors from all walks of life come together to discuss the trials, tribulations, and triumphs of publishing their books. I'm your host, Corey Graham. Join us here every Friday night at 8 p.m. or listen anytime via podcast at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, and PodServe, to name just a few. The Author Roundtable is sponsored by Reader House Online Bookstore, where the independent new authors come first. I'm really happy right now here at the Reader House Author Roundtable to be sitting down with author Terry R. Kern. Terry, welcome to the show. I appreciate you joining me here tonight.
Thank you, Corey. It's nice to be with you.
Terry, congratulations. You have a new book out. The title is Yahweh. It's all about His name. Can you tell me all about what you've written here?
Well, it's all about His name. Yahweh is the name of the one and only Supreme Being. In the universe, there's only one God, as Christians and Jews believe, and it's all about His name, as described for us and told to us in the Bible.
Terry, what sorts of readers did you have in mind when you were working on this?
Well, anybody who's interested in the Bible, anybody who is interested in Christianity or even Judaism, anybody who wants to know anything about the most supreme being, the only supreme being in the universe, God, who we call Him God, but that's not His name, that's a title. His name is Yahweh, and He makes that known to us very, very clearly, literally thousands of times in the Bible.
So, Terry, how did this come about? What inspired you to get started on this?
Well, I've been a pastor for many, many years, and of course I study the Bible a lot and have been all the way through my pastoral career. Some years ago, I began looking at this particular issue. The name of Yahweh is in the Old Testament of the Scriptures, and the more I studied it, the more I became aware of all these different things. For example, the name Yahweh, He Himself printed His name in the Old Testament alone of the Scriptures 6,828 times. So obviously it's an important thing to Him to have His name known, but billions of people in the world, very, very few people know His name, let alone know and understand why it's important that they would know His name, what it means, and the difference it makes to know His name and to use it and to say it and to understand its significance.
So once you sat down and got started on this, Terry, was this a long journey for you, the writing, publishing, everything?
Oh, yeah. Just pulling together all the ideas and the information was many years of study, and actually getting the book published was much, much longer than I thought it would be as well. It took over a year to get the book published, and so, yeah, it's a challenge, but I didn't intend to be an author. That's not why I wrote the book. I wanted to have my name in print or anything like that. It was simply because I really believe that this is so important for people, and that Yahweh Himself wants people to know His name, and He wants people to say His name and understand what it means. It really does make a difference. It's amazing how much it changes your reading of the Old Testament when you understand that His name is Yahweh. And when you also understand, as I say in the book, that the name Jesus in the New Testament is a form of Yahweh. The name Jesus in Hebrew is Yeshua, which is Yahweh saves. It really is important to understand what Yahweh means.
You said you had a year into the publishing process. Terry, what did you find the most challenging part of that end of things?
Well, I guess just waiting. Waiting for it to happen. Seemed like it took every step along the way, just took an enormous amount of time.
And when it was finally a real thing, you got the finished product, that first copy, Terry. What kind of a moment was that like for you?
Well, it was pretty rewarding, I would say. Very rewarding, because I had been able to get into print what I believed was something that's very important for people to have in their hands and to see and to read. And, that has been, since it has come out and been published, a lot of people have read the book, and I've heard from them how life-changing and how significant it is for them to know these things and understand them. That's very rewarding.
Wonderful. Well, definitely an important book. Again, it's titled Yahweh. It's all about His name. It's written by Terry R. Kern, published by Christian Faith Publishing, and really available everywhere, like Amazon and Barnes & Noble, iTunes, and also traditional brick-and-mortar stores. Well, Terry, it's been really wonderful talking with you tonight. Thanks again for coming on the show with me.
Thank you for having me, my man. Appreciate it.